Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, and we today are going to be starting a new unit in Actively Learn. So let's get right to it. I hope you're all well. And let me share my screen. Okay, so today we are reading about a woman named Ayn Rand. And today we're going to be able to analyze which experiences shaped her philosophy. So she was a very, very famous writer, wrote many novels in her time, and she developed a philosophy that we're going to discuss today, and you're going to read a little bit about as well. So our agenda, again, we're going to chat quickly about grades. We're going to address what is objectivism, and then you guys are going to get started with Ayn Rand. Because we're kind of jumping into a new idea, a new author, and then eventually parts of a new novel, one of Ayn Rand's novels, we're going to take it a little slow, and your only goal is to complete that Actively Learn today. So again, with grades, expect email check-ins from me today and later in the week, just with things that you're missing, things that from before we went online that we can kind of catch you up on, and kind of how you're doing so far with all the changes that I've been experiencing in class. As always, if you have concerns about this class or any class, please reach out to me and I will help you. So objectivism, this is Ayn Rand's philosophy. And it's the belief that certain things, especially moral truths, exist independently of human knowledge or perception of human knowledge. So moral truths, something that's right and wrong. We've talked about morals in class. So a moral truth is really anything that morally is right or wrong, that all people should be treated equally, that women and men should get paid the same. These are examples of moral truths, and that those truths exist independently of anyone's perception of them. So regardless if someone doesn't believe that women and men should get paid fairly, objectivism is the belief that there are certain truths that have to exist regardless of what people think about them. So it's an interesting philosophy, and many of you might be thinking, wow, that's, makes sense. Ayn Rand was the first person to really bring up this idea, and we're going to see this in the excerpts of the text that we're reading from her as we move throughout the rest of the week. It's a really interesting critical thinking, criticism of society view, which I think that many of you will actually really like, because objectivism, I think, is something that we've talked about in class, but we never really had a name for it, especially as it pertained to Henrietta Lacks and things of the sort. So today on Actively Learn, you're reading the text that I assigned called Ayn Rand, and you're answering all the questions for it. As you read, I want you to think about which life experiences shaped Ayn Rand's philosophy of objectivism. So what do you think as you read and you're answering those guided questions, what do you think is shaping this idea? How did she get to this realization of objectivism? And then for that final response where it's asking you which life experiences did shape that philosophy, I want you to use tied for your final open-ended response. So 4 sentences. We reviewed Tide last week, so you can always go back to that lesson. But that's the expectation for the reading today. And again, because it's something a little bit new, I want us to take all of our time and attention and really focus on learning about Ayn Rand and about objectivism. So if there are no questions, I will be in Google Meet. We can chat all about objectivism, all about Ayn Rand, anything that you want to chat about. Grades, come in to say hello, whatever you would like. I will be there. I'm here for you guys. I miss you all very much, and I hope that you're all well, and I will talk to you later. Expect an email from me. Bye.